Hey, how's it going? It's Fat Daddy Sambo with those nerdy metal guys, and it's time for another concert review. And today's concert is the October 25th show at the Buckhead Theater for Obituary, and they had three openers. They had Devil Masters, Midnight, and the great Abbath or Abbath. I never quite know how to pronounce that. And this was a show that originally was not on my radar. Obituary has been around for a long time. I have a lot of friends that are huge Obituary fans. I'm not on that list. I like the band, love their guitar tone, absolutely fantastic guitar tone. They're just not a band that's ever really grabbed me. Um, and then the other bands, Abbath was really the attractive in here because of his status as kind of a high level musician in the black metal genre, and especially that Scandinavian black metal, Norwegian black metal. um, Tickets were obtained on Groupon. My suggestion would be to viewers, if you have metal shows coming to your area or you're on a budget and you're looking to see what you can afford in your area for higher level shows, Groupon a lot of times will have tickets at 50%, even 60 and 70% off of regular face value. So it's definitely worth checking out. Um, for this particular show, didn't sell well. Obituary seems to not do very well in the Atlanta area historically. I don't know why. Great band, great band that I'm not a fan of. I know that sounds crazy, but they're a very well established band that just doesn't seem to do well in the Atlanta area. Though that speaks volumes for metal in Atlanta. We have a very loyal community here that metal bands keep coming back to, thankfully, but it's small in comparison to other musical genres. Back to the show. Again, this was at the Buckhead Theater. Sadly, it was like less than 50% occupancy um, for this particular show, and it's a shame, because these bands really went in there and gave their all. We got there and we caught almost the entire set for Devil Masters. This is a band that I was not familiar with before seeing them. I actually have seen them open for High on Fire in the past month since this show. And I have to say, this is a weird band. I don't know what genre to put them in. I don't know if they're black metal. I don't know if they're prog metal. I don't know what to call them. Theater metal, horror metal. I mean, who knows? But they do an interesting thing where they basically have spider webs draped across the stage like an elastic type of spider web. And the music stylings, they're long songs. They're kind of doomy, sludgy in feel. The vocals are kind of black metalish. Interesting band. I didn't hate them. I enjoyed their set. What I found really interesting is that the crowd didn't seem to applaud in between songs, and I don't know if that's something in the black metal community. I'd never been to a black metal show before, so and we'll come back to the crowd actually and my thoughts on that in just a bit. But Devil Masters, they're a great band. For being a weird band, I would certainly recommend checking them out. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out on Amazon or Spotify. Very interesting. Worth going to see if they come to your town. The second band was Midnight. Wow. Wow, man, these guys converted me from the bat. This is a trio that they seem to pop up out of nowhere. Turns around, they've been around for a bit. But these guys, they have really taken the mantle passed down by bands like Motorhead and High on Fire, and they have kicked it up a notch. They come out in face masks, hiding their identity for stage purposes, whatever. But man, they just came out and they blew it away. I was just totally thrilled. I've been a Motorhead fan since I was about 14 years old. These guys definitely have picked it up and they are running to the finish line. Just can't say enough good things about Midnight. Abbath. Wow. Um, Abbath, for me, is somebody who I would simply see see people write lengthy posts about it on social media. I moderate several metal groups online, and I've seen posts for years about Abbath. And man, this guy lives up to the hype. I understand that Loudwire made a big deal out of his shows in South America or Central America not doing so well a few weeks ago. Man, let me tell you, when I saw him, he brought his A game. His band brought the A game. He had a sense of humor, almost to a sense of self-deprecation at points. Just a phenomenal performer. Couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the name of a single song that he's done. I have listened to his albums both before and after the show. It's not a style of music that falls into my daily listening preferences. You like what you like. Some people like thrash, some people like doom, some people like metalcore, some people like black metal. For me, this is just it was a live experience, and I have to say that it was not only an amazingly energetic show. I found myself just headbanging, fist in the air. You pick up on repetitive choruses and kind of sing along with it for what you can. Man, it was what I needed. It was the total musical, emotional release that was required in my life at that moment. And I got one of his picks, one of his guitar picks, which made it even cooler. But wow, what an amazing show! Definitely, Abbath is coming in 2020 back to Atlanta with Mayhem again. Not a pairing that I would normally sign up for, but I can guarantee I'm going to get a ticket and I will be at that show at the Masquerade. So definitely Abbath. If he comes to your area, you've got to check him out. Just see him live. Forget the studio recordings. Go see him live, and you will be converted. Also had a chance to meet his bass player, whose name he said was Russell. What an amazingly nice guy, and from what I understand, all of the band, came out to the merch table after I left, and were just super nice, gracious musicians, very happy to meet their fans, and very happy to pose for pictures, and I just can't say enough great things about them. All right, Obituary. Here we are at the headliner. Here is a band that has been around for a long time. And here's a band that has a guitar tone that I would kill for. I absolutely love the tone of their instruments. That said, they didn't do it for me. They just didn't do it for me. They did quite a few instrumentals, which were good. I mean, these guys are talented. These guys, they have to be talented. They are tight as a tick on a dog, man. Just absolutely fantastic players. And just did not excite me at all. Maddie D and I made it into about 7 songs out of the set list, and we were done. I mean, I hate to say that, but a band's either going to grab you or they're not. And if they're not going to grab you, you can sit there and feel frustrated watching them do what feels like the same thing over and over again. Obituary fans, please, no hate mail. They are a fantastic band, and they are a band that actually I have gone back and listened to their albums post-concert, and I really do enjoy their studio recordings comparatively. Again, not a band that makes their way into my daily listening preferences, though they are finding their way into my rotations more frequently now. I will say that. But just overall, the performance, I don't want to say it's lackluster, but it just didn't grab me. I don't know what I was expecting, but quite frankly, after seeing Abbath, it would have taken Lemmy coming back from the dead with the original Motorhead, Filthy Animal, and Fast Eddie, all coming back from the dead, walking in and putting on an hour-long set to upstage Abbath on that night. It was Abbath was that good. Obituary, unfortunately, was not on that same caliber. So that's the show. I want to talk a little bit about the crowd, and this was my first time experiencing a black metal crowd. And on the surface, these folks that I've talked to online who are black metal purists or black metal fans or death metal fans online, a lot of times come across as musical snobs online, and they can seem a little abrasive. I have to say this was the nicest metal crowd I have ever experienced. Everyone was amazingly polite. I go to a lot of metalcore shows lately, and the crowds at a metalcore show, again, I'm a fan, please, no hate mail, but a lot of times the crowds at a metalcore show are, they're intoxicated, and they don't give a crap about your personal space. They will start jumping on you. They will shove you into a mosh pit against your will. They will create a mosh pit right next to you, no matter where you are in the facility to see the band. And that crap just doesn't fly with me. It's created some bad experiences of what should have been great shows. I have to say that the crowd at the Obituary Abbath show was amazingly nice. I was really shocked. Everyone was interested in talking in between. I could easily create conversations about new albums, about what I'm seeing in the musical scene around Atlanta, and people were very enthusiastic. However, when it was time for the bands to play, it was a lot of, here's my space, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to headbang, I'm going to raise my fist in the air, I'm going to throw horns, I'm going to sing along. Yes, there were people drinking. I didn't see anyone sloppy drunk. It was a night and day experience, and I have to say, man, it just absolutely hooked me in with the wonderful behavior of the crowds. And this was not a low energy crowd. This was a very energetic crowd, but who displayed it in in a less obnoxious manner. End rant on that one. Definitely horns up for this show. If you get to catch this tour before it ends, definitely do so. If you get to see Abbath next year touring with Mayhem, I can't say enough about Abbath, and definitely he's on my list of bands to go see again. Or performers to see again. So that's it for this review. Please feel free to leave comments in the comments section, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and that's it. So there will be quite a few more reviews coming. We're playing a lot of catch up on this for this month, so have a great day, and thanks for viewing.